This is the first of a series of short presentations on semantics. Many textbooks or chapters on semantics begin with the passage from Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. In it, Humpty Dumpty ignores the agreed upon and understood meaning of a word and makes up his own meaning. You can read it in the slide above. "I don't know what you mean by glory," Alice said. Humpty Dumpty smiled contemptuously. "Of course you don't, till I tell you. I meant, there's a nice knock-down argument for you." "But glory doesn't mean a nice knock-down argument," Alice objected. "When I use a word," Humpty Dumpty said in a rather scornful tone, "it means just what I choose it to mean, nothing more nor less." "The question is," said Alice, "whether you can make words mean so many different things." "The question is," said Humpty Dumpty, "which is to be master. That's all." If we did just make up our own meanings to words, then language would be a lot less efficient. Semantics is concerned with the agreed-upon meanings of words. Semantics and pragmatics are two main linguistic fields that study meaning. Semantics focuses on the literal meanings of words and phrases and sentences. It's concerned with how grammatical processes build complex meanings out of simpler ones. Pragmatics focuses on the use of language in particular settings, in particular situations. It aims to explain how factors outside language contribute to both literal and non-literal meanings which speakers communicate using language. So let's break those down a little bit. Semantics is concerned with the literal meanings, pragmatics with both literal and non-literal meanings. Semantics is concerned with how grammatical processes build meanings. Pragmatics aims to explain how things outside of language contribute to meaning. This diagram illustrates the overlap and the difference between the two. The area of linguistics represented by the dash box at the top is semantics. The aspect of meaning studied here is the semantic meaning, which is informed by the lexicon, the words chosen, and the grammar, how those words are put together in the sentence. While context of use is relevant, it is less focused on in semantics. Most linguists who study semantics also study pragmatics. Pragmatics studies both the semantic meaning and the speaker's meaning, that is, both the literal meaning and the meaning individuals give to a particular word. Pragmatics is represented by the dashed box on the bottom. So, semantics is concerned with the study of meaning words, phrases, and sentences, but it focuses on the literal meanings, the objective meanings, the general meanings, what the words actually mean, which may not be the same as the subjective or local meanings. Semantics is attempting to spell out what it is we all know when we behave as if we share knowledge of the meaning of a word, a phrase, or sentence in a language. Semantics is interested in the agreed-upon meaning or meanings of a word, phrase, and sentence. The conceptual meaning, or the semantic meaning of a word, is the dictionary meaning of a word. This would include an understanding of what is and isn't meant by the word. For example, the word boat refers to a vehicle that carries people and, importantly, is on the water. There could be a wide range of different kinds of vehicles included under the definition boat. We could think of other defining elements that would help us to distinguish between boats and amphibian planes, aircraft carriers, submarines, and cruise ships. The middle circle here is the conceptual meaning. The outer circle represents something more, the associative meaning. Let's take an example first. Let's say the word is organic, as in organic food. The conceptual meaning, the actual literal meaning, would be food without added pesticides or synthetic chemicals, something like that. The associative meaning, though, might be healthy. And this is not necessarily true. There are lots of organic substances which are not healthy for you. Nevertheless, people the, associate healthy with organic. So healthy would be an associative meaning, not a literal and conceptual meaning. Semantics is not as concerned with those more local contextualized meanings between specific speakers and specific times, but with the conceptual meaning, or what Portner calls the semantic meaning. Can you think of any words for which the associative meaning is different than the conceptual meaning? Are there any words that you use that mean something different than the way the dictionary would define the word?